Please welcome to the stage Visalis Crown Ambassador Kyle Pacetti.
Hey! Anybody excited? What about over here? Anybody excited? All right. Man, you know, yesterday Jason O'Toole come up here and absolutely laid it down, gave you the plan we're going to run, gave you the play we're going to run, gave you all the information, the mechanics you need to go out and run regional director this month. Did Jason do an amazing job yesterday? Let me hear it. As he went through it, and he talked about you setting your personal challenge party, as he talked about us plugging into and utilizing the world's largest pre-party, as he talked about us running open challenge parties all throughout the balance of the month from the 15th on, he laid out this perfect plan. But if y'all remember, he also said, this is the plan, but they will be noise. Do y'all remember that? And what did Jason tell you to do when you heard noise? What I'm going to do for the next few minutes is I'm going to talk to you about some of the things you're going to run into leaving here. One thing you're never going to hear any of us up here tell you is that it's easy. What we will tell you is that it's simple, but we won't tell you that it's easy. How many of y'all would agree with me that in your life experience, everything worth having was a little tough to get? Would y'all agree with me? You're going to face obstacles. There's this road to success. Jason laid it out for you. There's this road to success, but there's speed bumps, there's potholes, there's curves, yes? I want you leaving here this weekend knowing that there's going to be those curves, there's going to be those speed bumps. I want to go ahead and tell you now what they are so you're prepared for them. Would you agree with me that if you left on a journey and you knew the things to avoid, you knew the things that you were going to run into that was going to stop your journey, you would be able to avoid those? Make sense? Say yes. We call this the top 10 roadblocks on your road to your BMW. First one that takes place is something called life. How many of y'all ever heard of that? Life is going to happen, folks. Life is going to happen. It always has, and it always will. We hope. If life stops, you got a problem, yes? In life, we have time stealers. We have distractions. A lot of times, this is because we don't look at our business as a business. We look at it as a hobby. I'll prove it. How many of y'all know that if you don't go do a challenge party because your house is dirty, that's dumb? I guarantee you wouldn't call in sick to work because your house was dirty. You wouldn't call in sick to work because the yard needs to be cut. You don't call in sick to work because the kids has a soccer game, a football game, a cheerleading ordeal. Didn't know what to call that one. How many are already excited? You ain't got to be real smart to be rich. Some of y'all, okay, just checking, okay. You're not going to call in sick because you got to go to Joe's bar and watch the football game, are you? Let me break something to you. We're in a stadium. This is a great place to share this with you. Your favorite football team does not know you're not watching. But Kyle, you don't understand. I got a cold. I can't go do a challenge party. I got a cold. You're not going to call in sick to work because you got a cold. Wipe your nose, take a pill, and go to work. But Kyle, the goldfish died. Listen, there's tons of things in life that's going to happen. There's tons of distractions. You know what? I'm sitting here looking at the crowd. Y'all a good-looking crowd. Y'all must be on the challenge. I mean, y'all ain't just shrinking, y'all looking purty. I mean, everybody out there looking good. Y'all must be crushing up the Vipack and applying it topically, baby. Y'all look like y'all need some bonus material. That ain't even on the slides. How many of y'all know that when you go home, that nasty naysaying brother-in-law is going to be waiting on you, baby? Maybe it ain't your brother-in-law. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's acquaintance, but I don't know who it is, but they're going to be waiting on you. And you're going to be excited, and you've got your plan, you've got your mission, and you're going to go home. And there he is. Hey, Chunky. You rich yet? How'd the milkshake meeting go? You got your BMW? That's what you're going to face. He's going to be there. He's going to be waiting on you. He's going to say those things, and you're going to sit there and scratch your head. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to say, no. No, be honest with you, baby. I ain't even made enough money to pay for the costume for the party. I ain't even made enough money to put gas in my BMW. But I'm gonna get a BMW, baby. And I'm gonna get it this month, and you're gonna know when I get that BMW, because I'm gonna get in and crank it up, and I'm gonna drive it straight up your asphalt driveway. Across your hedges, into your front yard, and I'm gonna do donuts till you come out, baby. And by the way, Chunky, you need to get on the challenge. What else happens? We begin to procrastinate. Anybody ever heard of this? Procrastination. It's caused by the lack of urgency, the lack of priorities. A lot of times we don't prioritize things in our life. We let all the little busy stuff, all the stuff that really doesn't matter, get in the way. What is your priority this month? BMW. Your priority this month is a BMW. Is there a sense of urgency? Yes. After November, what's the next month? December. How many of y'all know there is a lot of noise in December? Would y'all agree with me? I want y'all to understand there is a massive sense of urgency. You've got to go make it happen in November. You've got to go nuts. You've got to create the momentum, create the excitement. You've got to go take the play Jason gave you and go run the play. Make it happen. Avoid the life situations. Avoid the noise. You've got to do it when? Now. But Kyle, you don't understand. I can't have my challenge party next week. I can't have my challenge party the week after because none of all my friends can't be at the same place at the same time. You just don't understand. I've just got to put this off for a minute. Listen, if you're not hearing me, if you don't receive what I'm telling you, what's going to happen to you is about December, about January, you're going to be standing there saying shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and you're going to have shoulda all over you. Don't be a gonna doer, be a got or did. You see, we got this little thing in our team. Don't call me telling me what you're gonna do. Call me and tell me what you've already done. Maybe you're not complete, but tell me what you've already done to move that direction. See, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my life listening to people telling me about what they're gonna do. You know, the easiest person in the world to find, there's two easy people. One is one that's going to tell you what they're going to do. The other is somebody making $20,000 a year telling you can't make $100,000. How many of y'all know they're out there, right? What happens next? How about fear? Anybody ever had fear? False evidence appearing real? You're going to fear things. You're going to fear the phone. How many's ever feared the phone? I promise you, I feared the phone. Some of y'all go, well, you know, Kyle, he's just so relaxed. No, man, I was scared to death standing out back to come out here in a football stadium and talk to a bunch of good-looking people. I feared the phone when I got started in the industry. I remember looking at the phone and it was breathing. Anybody ever seen the phone breathe? That sucker was swelling up. And it was going at the same pace I was. Anybody ever picked it up and it felt like it weighed 1,000,000 pounds? Fear happens. You got to know it's out there. Fear happens. A lot of times we fear what people might say or what people might think. But Kyle, I don't want them talking about me. Newsflash, they're already talking about you. You know, I always told people, listen, I'm going to go do something because if people ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing, right? Listen, if they're talking about you, you just saved somebody. They're not talking about them. Think about it. But Kyle, I don't want to mess this thing up. I'm brand new. I don't know a whole lot about it. Listen, if you've been with us for one day, you know more than everybody else. Hell, they'll still think it's Cialis and Viagra's come to Viagra and Cialis has come together or something. They don't even know. At least you know it's weight loss. At least you know it's nutrition. At least you know we're making the world skinny and rich. They don't even know that. Kyle, I don't want to fail. I'm scared of failure. You can never succeed. You can never succeed with a fear of failure. Someone once told me that faith and fear cannot coexist. You cannot, absolutely cannot succeed with fear of failure. Get that out of your head. You do notice that you don't see fear of success on here. That one just makes me mad. I hear people talking about fear of success. There is no such thing. That is a cop-out. Can you look me in the eyes and tell me you would ever be scared of being so successful that your children now have options? That's stupid. Could you ever be so scared of being successful that you'll be able to help hundreds of thousands of people by having enough money to give to a phenomenal charity of some type? There is no fear of success, and you can't have fear of failure. The people and things you fear are not paying your bills, are they? The people and the things that you fear are not paying your bills. One of my favorite lines is, go do it scared. Just go do it scared. How many of y'all is willing to do it scared? How about rejection? How many men are in the room? Men, raise your hand. Men, raise your hand. I don't need to tell y'all about this, guys. Y'all been rejected your whole life. Man, it was a long night at the party last night. I was just listening as people started getting that throughout the crowd. It was kind of interesting. You're going to be rejected by your friends. You're going to be rejected by your family. You're going to be rejected by the people you respect most. It's going to hurt. Is it going to hurt? Yes. It's going to happen. But has rejection ever stopped you in the past? Has it ever? How many of you are married? If you're married, men, if you're married, not women, men, if you're married, raise your hand. I want to see what y'all people look like. Keep them up for a minute. I want to look at you. All right, just as I suspected. You didn't let rejection stop you to get her, because I promise you she rejected you. But you knew what you wanted and you came back again. She may have rejected you again, but you knew what you wanted and you came back again, yes? If rejection didn't stop you from getting that, why would you let rejection stop you from living your dreams and living up to the things that you probably told her to get you to marry you? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Isn't it funny, we single, we liars? We're not really liars, we meant it. When we told her that if you married me, baby, I would show you the world, we truly did mean that. And when we couldn't figure out how to do it, we just took you to Orlando, took you to Epcot, and tried to do it all in one day. Don't let rejection stop you. Once you go through all of that, once you face life and you face rejection and something interesting happens, we begin to lose focus or we begin to lack focus. Focus on what? Focus on our goal. When you were trying to get that gal to marry you, your goal was to get her to marry you guys, and you were totally focused on that. Everything in life revolved around that. Your goal is to get in a BMW in the month of November. That's your goal. That's got to be your focus. Your life's got to evolve around that. Makes sense? Say yes. It's easy to get out of focus, and here's why. We'll go focus or go do the things that are comfortable. Go do the things that are easy. That's human nature, isn't it? It's what we do. We find the least path of resistance. The problem is the income-generating activities, the things that cause money to flow, the things that put money in your pocket and change the lives of hundreds, if not thousands of people, are uncomfortable. You have to focus on the uncomfortable things, the income-generating activities. You've got to focus on the things you heard Jason standing up here telling you you've got to go do. You've got to focus on running the play. You can't focus on the busy work. How many of y'all know flow charts are easy? Excel spreadsheets are easy. How many of y'all know staring at your back office to see if somebody else popped in is easy? How many of y'all know you can log into your back office and stare at it for the rest of your life and nothing's going to happen? Turn the computer off, grab a bag of shakes and a DVD, baby, go hit the street, push and play and making milkshakes. That's what causes people to go into your back office. It's too easy for us to act like a floodlight. You know what the difference is between a floodlight and a laser? It's concentration. Take a floodlight, concentrate it, you got a laser. What you've got to do is take your floodlight, you've got to concentrate that floodlight and create a laser. Have laser focus on getting that BMW. You cannot let lack of focus stop you from getting where it is you're wanting to go. But Kyle, you sure talk a lot about the BMW. That's selfish. It's not selfish. Let me share something with you. All too often, we don't realize how our success, our achievement changes people's lives. I think I heard Darren Hardy say, people are watching you. People are watching you. People are watching you. And your success is going to move them. How many of y'all know there's plenty of people out there in big houses driving fancy cars and you think they're doing okay? They ain't paid their mortgage in 15 months. Lizard Lick Towing's about to tow their car off. All they need to do is see you go out and succeed, and it's going to open them up just enough to say, hey, will you help me? Hey, will you help me? But it starts with your success. It starts with you having that laser focus, focused on what it is that you've got to get done this month. You've got to get in the BMW. That BMW is going to open tons and tons of doors for you. Makes sense? Say yes. Plan your work, work your plan, set the goal, and go to work. That's what you got to do. That's how you overcome it. What happens next? If we're not careful, we become uncoachable. We ignore the advice that's given to us by our upline. Folks, I'm real simple. Anybody that's ever worked with me knows I'm pretty simple. I'm going to give you advice. When you come back for the second set of advice, if you didn't listen to the first set of advice, you are going to meet Kyle the mute. Because I don't speak. You're going to follow my first set or I have nothing more to say to you. You must follow the advice given to you by us this weekend and by your leaders as you leave here. If you don't, what happens? You start to adjust things to fit your comfort. We didn't tell you to go adjust anything. We have the perfect system. Jason laid out the perfect plan for you to run this month and get in the BMW. But if you begin adjusting to fit your comfort, you're probably not going to get there. It's probably not going to happen for you. All you're going to do is complicate it. But Kyle, I've got a better way. You might have a better way for you, but the people behind you can't do what you just did. Maybe you're one of them special people. Go run the play. Go run the play. Don't adjust it. Don't complicate it. Don't be creative. You know, at the top it says inventors are broke and the emulators are wealthy. Think about that. Think how true that is. It's never the person that creates it. It's the person that takes that creation and figures out how to do it better. Or if you're from my part of the woods, how to do it gooder. Next thing, Ohio. Next thing you know, you'll begin to disconnect from your upline. You can't disconnect from your upline. You all heard the saying at the bottom. It says the best teacher is experience. The problem is when we hear that, nobody ever finishes the statement. The best teacher is experience, but it's somebody else's. It's somebody else's experience. They've made the mistakes. Learn by their experience. We call that your upline. They went ahead of you. They've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, yeah? Maybe the koozie and the Frisbee, I don't know. Making sense? Say yes. What happens next? You start feeling entitled. Now you've went through this whole process, you faced some rejection, you got hammered by life, you feel entitled. Nobody's going to leave here today with false expectations. Nobody's graced this stage and told you we're going to do it for you. Have they? No. Nobody has. You are entitled to something. You're entitled to life and you're entitled to an opportunity. Everything else is up to you. When you fall into this entitlement trap, you're going to be sitting there going, yeah, but I'm waiting on placement. Bring me a leg. I need a leg down here. I need a leg. Everybody didn't tell me yes. Did we tell you everybody's going to tell you yes? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How many of y'all know some people don't want to get healthy? If they got healthy, they would have nothing to talk about. How many of y'all know some people don't want to make any money? They like being broke. They like the pity party. I mean, is this true? Everybody's not going to tell you yes. If everybody said yes, you would get minimum wage because this would be easy. It's not easy. But Kyle, I listened to what y'all said. Y'all said, I need to go get 3 or I need to go get 6. I've got my 6. I'm done. Bring the money, baby. Let it rain down on me. Nothing in life worth having's easy. Nothing in life worth having's easy, is it? It's not. If it's easy, you wouldn't want to be involved. Get over yourself. That's pretty strong. Get over yourself. It's your business. You own it. We're here to support you. Give yourself a hand for that one. Lack of commitment. How do you not have lack of commitment? You make a decision and you burn the bridge. Make a decision and burn the bridge. Say it with me. Make a decision and burn the bridge. Sell out. You go make it happen. If you're not careful, as everything begins to take place, all of a sudden your commitment becomes very, very weak. You're not committed to the activities that it takes to go out and build the business to regional director in the month of November. You'll lose that commitment level. Pretty soon you'll come up with reasons why you're not going to do that, why it's not happening. You'll start saying stupid things like, I'll try. Hey, you going regional director this month? I'm going to try. You going regional director this month? We'll see. That's what I'm talking about, baby. We'll see what happens. I'll give it a shot. That's loser talk. That's loser talk. That's weakness. Listen, nobody will ever follow a fence sitter. You can't sit on the fence. You got to get off one side or the other. Don't matter to me which side, but you get on one side or the other. If you want to drive your Saturn, by God, get on that side. You want to drive a BMW, baby, come on this side. I don't care what side you on, but get on the side. You won't even be committed to calling your upline if you ain't careful. You got to call your upline. You got to stay connected, right? Why? They help you stay committed, keep you committed to what it is you're trying to do. Stay committed to yourself, stay committed to your goals, stay committed to your dreams. I love this one. Your reason's weak, your reason will become weak. Right now, your reason's strong. You're all sitting here, you're all excited. I love the energy. Everybody in the room says, I'm going to get my BMW this month. I'm a winner. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then you're going to walk out the door and face that naysaying negative brother-in-law, right? We know he's there. All that nastiness is out there. And all of a sudden, your reason becomes weak. Your purpose, your why becomes weak. You start talking yourself out of things. You start convincing yourself. It's not that important. That BMW is not that important. It ain't that big of a deal. Why do I need a BMW when I got a minivan with wood grain on the side? You'll start convincing yourself it's not that big of a deal. Bull! It's a huge deal. I don't want a BMW. I don't care if you want one or not. There's hundreds of thousands of people that need to be inspired. You're alive. You're here. You have a purpose. And it's not selfish. You're here to change lives physically, financially, and emotionally, baby. If you're not careful, you'll slip off into where the rest of the world is. How many of y'all know you're different? How many of y'all know you're different? Are y'all different up there in the stands? How about out here? Over there? Them folks are different, baby. If you're not careful, you're going to fall off where everybody else is. While you're sitting here bettering yourself, while you're sitting here figuring out what it is you can do to go change a person, change a community, change a city, change a state, change a country, change a world, while you're investing your life today into that. That ain't what the rest of the world's doing. They're out there doing the 40, 40, 40, driving to work, stopping at a traffic light, looking at the same dumb people they saw yesterday. Go to work because somebody told them what time they're going to get there, what time they're going to get hungry, what time they're going to get unhungry, what time they're going to get to go home and spend time with their family. They're going to drive home, walk into their living room / kitchen, jump into the lazy boy. Y'all got that? The lazy boy? I ain't talking about your kids. I'm talking about one of them chairs with a stick shift. You're going to jump in the lazy boy, grab the handle, shove it straight down, head goes back, feet goes up, the handle turns into L, stands for loser. They gonna sit there and watch the American Idol, whatever it is on TV. Go sit there and watch the crab catching show, people cutting down trees. Hell, they got people jumping out of boats on top of alligators with no teeth screaming, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them, shoot them. Maybe you watching Judge Judy, Judge Mathis, Judge Alex, Judge Carolyn, Judge Joe Brown, Judge Maybelline, Judge Hatchet. That's what the world is doing, and you're different. You've got to keep your reason, your purpose strong. You're going to go get in your BMW this month. You're going to inspire the masses. It's going to start with your next door neighbor. It's going to start with that naysaying negative brother-in-law. It's going to start with a person from the past that you met on Facebook. And as we change one person's life at a time, we will change a community that will lead to a city, that will lead to a state, that will lead to a country, that will lead to a world. You've got to wrap your emotions around this BMW. You've got to get this. This BMW has to be emotional to you. It's got to be extremely emotional. You've got to leave here knowing you can't even live through November unless you get your BMW. It's got to be so emotional it makes you cry if you even think of the thought that you might not get it. Then we got belief. Man, right now we got some folks that believe. I promise you, there's a bunch of y'all in here right now that believe, yeah? Do you know what normally happens? Here's what normally happens. We normally start out believing as a kid we believe. As a kid we have dreams. We have goals. We have ambitions as children, don't we? Life beats us down. People tell us dumb stuff. How many of y'all know you've had, all of you in here has had people tell you, you can't do it. Born on the wrong side of the tracks. Not enough education. Too much education. Too little hair. Too much hair. You're ugly. You're good looking. You're fat. You're skinny. It's all noise. But you know what? We've allowed those people to speak into our life, haven't we? We've allowed those people to speak into our life. It's time for you to start speaking into your life. Here's how that happens. It starts with belief. It's all about belief. Every single bit of it is about belief. We know we've got to believe in the products, and if you've listened to the testimonials, you believe in the products. You've got to believe in the company. You've met the founders. You've heard their hearts. I know you have belief in the company. You've got to believe in the compensation plan. And if you don't believe in the compensation plan after seeing average and ordinary people make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, you need to check up from the neck up. It all boils down to one last belief system, and it's called you. Belief in yourself. Life experiences and things people have told us has beat the belief out of us. We may believe in what it is we do as a doctor or what it is we do as a truck driver or a teacher, but you've got to believe in yourself in this industry. Believe in yourself with Visalis. You've got to believe. 24 years in this industry, I'll share this with you. You show me somebody that wants something more out of life than what they currently got, they're willing to stick their head up and do something about it, and they believe in themselves, and I'll show you a millionaire in 24 months. But Kyle, they ain't got a master's degree. Listen, I ain't got no master's degree. I do got letters after my last name. It's JR because my daddy is SR. That was good. Somebody write that down. I'll use that one again. All the people that told you that crap, you'll never amount to nothing, you can't do it, all of that stuff, them people are losers. The easiest person to find is somebody that ain't never done nothing telling you you can't. I'm telling you. They're out there, they're waiting on you. It's almost like a circus. It's almost like somebody walking on a high wire. Do they really want them to go across? Or why did they go to the circus? They wanted to watch them fall. True story. Some of you are sitting there going, hey, me too. Life is like a circus. It's like a high wire act. People are wanting to watch you fall, and they're going to tell you things to stop you from believing. But I believe this. Belief in ourselves starts with someone believing in us. Would you agree? And I'm telling each and every one of you, some of you I know, some of you I barely know, some of you I hug, some of you I high-fived, and some of them I'll get to you when we're done. There's a lot of y'all here. But I will tell you this. I absolutely believe in you. I believe in you up there at the top. I believe in you back here at the top. I believe in you over here at the top. I believe in all of you down here on the floor. I believe in you, and you, baby. Now everybody look at their neighbor. Everybody look at your neighbor. Look them in their eyes and say, I believe in you. Now go to the other side and look at your neighbor and say, I believe in you. That was good, but hey. You got to do it like you mean it, baby. You got to do it with passion. You got to look at him and say, I believe in you. Now on the other side, I believe in you. All right. Look here, look here, look here, look here, look here. I want you to repeat after me. Because sometimes we've got to say things, and we've got to internalize things that's going to cause us to begin to believe. I want you to say, I can. I will. I believe. I can. I will. I believe. I can. I will. I believe. God bless y'all. See y'all in Los Angeles.